looks like this is Dash's second match of this tournament, which will be followed by a match versus Ribbon. Currently, Dash's record is 0 for 3 versus Elriz. Amelin, meanwhile, lost 0-3 to DNH, and also lost 1-2 to No. So best case scenario can end up with 4 points for Melon. Dash still has a potential of 6 points to earn, but of course sweeps are not the most common thing out there. So, more likely, there'll be a more even spread of points. But anywho, looks like there is Glass Torch. Melon with the throw. It will go well. I didn't quite see what that throw was. That did not seem like a normal throw. But yeah, swapping off to an Obsidian Spear now. There's also a Dagger phasing a Melon. It's actually taking it. And of course there's a Blood Axe in the shop as well. Surprisingly, both the racers will move on without it. Dash didn't really have the option to purchase it. So we'll just proceed. Down to 1 heart. Couldn't see what... I'm missing everything, sorry. Didn't see what caused that, but... Glass armor will definitely help. That's an interesting shop. Nash, bombing into the shop and then accidentally breaking the glass shovel, maybe? Or... open for a bit more gold to be able to purchase things from that shop, but we'll have to just leave it for now. A Melon, meanwhile, with the phasing dagger, an excellent weapon to just dismantle bosses. And there will be Earth Spell. Meanwhile, Dash goes down to the first boss. Not the fastest to Zone 2. It is 3 minutes in before the death, but definitely not one that's unsurmountable. Given Zone 1 did have quite a few items, but once you know where they are, you know where they are. You know what you should prioritize getting and how long it will take to get somewhat. You have a rough idea of that. Especially given the Zone 1 songs are some of the slowest songs in the game. Having that extra knowledge can actually save quite a bit of time, but this is Zone 2. It's flying by for a Melon. Just running up and earthing. Blood Drum is good on DM, but not when it kills. Well, anything that can be applied to a lot of things. Yeah, glass weapons are good, but not if it ends up with you dead. Also backpack. Wow, you can hold an extra item, and then it kills you. Then it's not good anymore. Kappa. But in the arena, there will be an Obsidian Axe for a Melon, so... excellent weapon to pick up here. Ring of Might as well will help round out the damage when the combo is low. Death considered harmful. Try not to die. But Melon is a bit lost in this 3-2. Shouldn't be too much of a time loss though. Does find this cracked wall though with a Shriner. Could be worth getting the Strength Charm here, but it's not all too important. It definitely opens you up to picking up a better ring instead of having to rely on the ring slot for damage up. So it's a pretty good take. Plus you're always going to be on 3 damage at least, which is a good place to be. And that is the food shop. Melon has 8 bombs to work with. We'll just plant one next to the food shop and get a massive 4 full heart containers out of Gluttony along with an empty one. Oh my, that's a shop. You kill for that. This floor is the floor of safety. Had the food shop with a ham. Shop with another ham. Also heal spell and heavy plate. Do you like being safe? Or is your run sucking and you'd like to have your run be— oh, okay, another ham. Dash on the run back though. Getting stomped on by a 4 heart yellow wind mage. Yeah, Melon's just trucking along forward. Somewhat slowly, does not really have the pressure as Dash has been going down. But this now is a pretty sizable lead. Taking a hit from Fortismal, but this build is extremely safe as far as race builds go. So there shouldn't be too much of a hitch. Oh, this is a bit scary. Snowbro though. Putting in some work. Some spell juggling here, accidentally. Just gonna leave that pulse behind. Didn't want it in the first place. Shrine Mimic. Could be something pretty good in there. It's worth checking. It's a pretty nice iframe there. I didn't really need it to do it though, but always better to do iframes when you don't need to than to not do iframes when you should have. Dealing with the Ghost Shopkeeper there as well. Okay, things are fine. That was a bit spooky, getting grabbed by that telemonkey. Definitely not intentional. Using Earth to keep enemies at bay, but it's also having the effect of closing them in. Skipping on the Zone 4 boss chest might not be screen watching. Opening that door. The thing with Zone 5, if you all didn't know, is that if you have the Torch of Foresight, any room with traps is definitely not going to be the exit room. So, could have been used there. That was definitely not going to be the exit room, because you could see it has some traps on the minimap. So, does help you map Zone 5 quite a bit, actually. Lets you eliminate a number of rooms. Oh, this is a hairy situation. That's an excellent Earth to get out of it. Just leaning on the Earth spell whenever things get hairy. Sometimes it doesn't work so well, but other times it just deletes mini-bosses for you. And this is an Earth Dead Ringer. Playing it a bit safe, dropping a few beats, no rush at all. Dying is very bad, so if you have to spend a few beats to ensure your survival, that's fine. Has Uprat, but also has a blood drum. Could have used, yeah, that's also a point. That requires build awareness though, and build awareness isn't exactly the easiest thing, even though it seems easy. Like, lol, just know what you have in your inventory, Kappa. But given like the interactions, I'm sure you know. But anywho, first point will actually go to a melon. With a time of 11:08. For such a slow start, that's a super duper respectable time. I mean, there was an obsidian axe and safety, but still, that was 3 minutes into zone 2. That's pretty considerably slow. But it picked up in the rest of the run. Ideally, somewhat what you want. But yeah, moving on. An early reset for Dash. Just gonna take the bottom path instead. A melon is sticking it out, but finds a dead end. And okay, just heavy plate in 1-1 for free in a Shrine Mimic. Okay. Okay, Seed. So that's 2, like, safety thingies. Already. Dash taking a bit of a hit. But heavy plate, you know? It protects you. Oh, okay. This is a start. Just here, have these items on your way to the exit. So, Boots of Pain for both racers, along with heavy plate. Might as well throw in chainmail as well, even though that's not just redundant, but pretty much useless. I guess you can consume it if you feel like it. Melon going for the Leprechaun. Earlier than Dash once again, seems to prefer getting the early Leprechaun milk, which is great because it opens up your options on what you should do for shopping. But Dash, meanwhile, moving on to Deep Blue's 1. Very likely looking to flawless this for a weapon. But gets knighted. That's pretty rough. Taking a few chips here and there of damage. And is not really in the best of spots for the health situation. The cursed heart container definitely makes things a lot less spooky, but you don't want to be relying on that cursed heart. So Melon also moving on to Deep Blues as well. These skeletons are unfriendly for Dash. Getting the lungeon at the cost of another half heart. Dash has taken 3 half hearts of damage. Whittling them down. Just a cursed heart left. But much better than dying. You got rid of the mini-boss, that's good. Because the mini-boss can't stomp on you anymore. glass longsword for Dash, not gonna pick it up. It's... I mean, you have pain, but I'm scared. If you do get hit, it turns into a shard. So I'll just keep it. Oh jeez, Dash taking another hit. Yeah, I feel like you take the longsword even though you won't be able to use your boots. Sure, lunge attack is great, but 1 damage otherwise is gonna get you in some crappy situations. A melon, meanwhile, finds a ring of peace from somewhere. Did not see that. Melon's gonna leave the glass longsword behind too. I would say take it, but I mean, and Dash with the glass rapier on half a heart. Can't take a hit anyways. So the fact that it's a glass weapon does not matter the most right now. Melon's likely gonna check black as well. And both racers will leave that boss with the glass rapier. There hasn't been a lot of healing, but seed variance happens here, giving a melon a carrot that Dash probably would have wanted. There's a crown of thorns in the shop for Dash, but that is currently not an option. That will end poorly. Oh no, what happened there? What? Was there hot coals there? Excuse me? Nope, that's not right. I don't have the replays running. Whoops. Was that some subbeat stuff? I missed it. That looked really weird out of the corner of my eye. A melon, meanwhile, once again with very safe. A Jolt Dagger is, it's fine on its own, but with the Boots of Pain, oh man. And has full heart condition. Just missed the beat after hitting the beetle. But, like, if you hit the... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that looked a bit weird. Or could have just accidentally double tapped or something. But another Flawless Storm Melon. This is an excellent build. These seeds have been so fruitful. Oh, have Fireball spell as well. Why not? Oh! Tallow Monkey for a melon. He's pushing a bit too aggressively. I'm not sure if they screen watch. It does not seem like it, because slow play procedures would be engaged right now. Now's a good fireball. There we go. Spell usage. Okay, hand emoji. Jeez, what happened to Dash? Dash is already on 1.5 hearts again, and there isn't really any immediate healing until zone 3, maybe? Meanwhile, Melon is just 10 full heart containers and 6 cookies. That's okay. I'd be insulted. Fireball to just take out the Blade Master. Spell usage, rather use them than not. Yeah, this Crown of Thorns too is just putting in work. This is just like Oh man, that's a big hit though for on the goo. Going to be able to survive, thankfully. But oh man, was extremely tanky, and I think just got a bit overzealous with just like, hey, I really can't die too easily right now, so I'll just take hits here and there without really thinking about what hits are being taken exactly. Blood magic to finish off the conga line. There are no bombs or the bomb count. We'll just nom up some cookies. Didn't need to eat that many. This is zone 5, which is gonna net you a pretty large number of kills to proc your Crown of Thorns with. Dash, meanwhile, on the run back, taking it pretty slow. 330 into deep blues now, but it's looking like a flawless. Also did not take the Boots of Pain, so that damage was actually not from the Boots of Pain. That's actually pretty... That's a pretty big item to miss out on. Gets a glass spear out of black. Melon, meanwhile, still just grooving along. Just digging, using the pink shovel. Trying to find the exit. Not really doing a good job of it, but doesn't really have any form of mapping. So, very, very detour heavy route to the exit there, but makes it there in one piece. Not just one piece, but with all 10 full heart containers. Double riders, a bit rude, but we'll be able to execute a fast left strat. Checking red for some bomb items, but we'll be disappointed with a drum. Has to touch some buttons here, but has all the time in the world to do so. And that's a karate gi take for a dash. Not planning to take any more hits. I mean, if your opponent is this far ahead, you don't want, yeah, swapping off to glass armor. So, phase 2 of the Necrodancer fight now, taking a Dragon Stomp, but shrugs it off, thanks to the power of that heavy plate. Ring of Peace putting in some even more work here as these dragons are all green and relatively harmless. Oh, Dorian getting necro bombed. 2.5 hearts left, but just 1 hit left on the Necrodancer. Separating Dorian a bit here, just in case the fight goes a bit longer. Or probably more just wants Cadence to run towards the Necrodancer. Not that high level of thought, just 1 hit left on the Necrodancer, hit Necrodancer and win. Hot Cold's damage after hit, yeah. That looks really weird though. It's wacky. But yeah. Melon currently 2 points over Dash. Dash not really being able to find a good foothold. Some pretty unfortunate deaths. And which just let Melon just coast to the finish without too much pressure. But yeah, Dash is definitely someone that tilts towards the more aggressive, risky style of racing. But that can very well be effective in many scenarios. We just aren't seeing it in its best light yet. I think just falling short of finding the massive safety. Because it's there. There is safety there. I mean, heavy plate in 1-1 was a thing. Is this... I see. It's the same seed. Cool. I think a melon screen watching, finding the obsidian longsword. And Dash taking the curse heart container didn't quite have enough for the Hargreaves. I think Hargreaves would have been a bit more valuable. Not too much. There isn't really a wrong choice there, especially because the curse heart container is cheaper, but both races killing the blood shopkeeper and managing to snag an obsidian axe. Melon bombing shop walls and ends up buying the curse heart container as well. Because there is just obsidian armor. Also, music, please. Why'd you just stop? Thank you. Oh, this is War Axe! Kind of war in 1-3. These seeds have been so good, actually. But we got the thing you want to get in CoNDUIT, probably. What else do you want? Like, Wonder, I guess, but like, you always want to get Wonder. War Axe is the speed thing. It's fast, it's safe. It's good. It's real good. Nazar Charm pickup after transmuting for a Dash. Looking to improve this excellent build even more. Melon pretty much has the same build. Looks like Melon will keep the blood drum. Earth spell in the shop. These are pretty convergent builds. Dash transmugging the shovel. It won't be the pink shovel. It will be the battle shovel. Iframing that yellow skeleton. Not sure if that was intentional or just wanted to eat the food immediately. Or I don't know, but that was sick. So yeah. One is definitely a racer who likes to get the luck charm early, which is fine. Bats are something that can cost a bit of time if you try to avoid getting hit by them. Or if you just accept getting hit by them, then that health could have been used more effectively elsewhere if you just got the luck charm. Also, the food upgrade is nice, especially if you're gonna roll with the blood drum. You can't really have food in your back pocket. Both races on death metal. Dash finishing it off and leaving with the heal spell. The seed is so good. Earth kill for a melon. So yeah, still very convergent builds. Lots of bombs for both racers. Pretty much about the same pace too. Ring of Pain. That Ring of Pain will blow up. We'll get a Glax though. Dash is doing something. As long as you do something quickly, it's not as bad as doing something and then just confusing yourself and everyone. So that was fine. Melon will take the lead by a tiny hair though. Yeah, because this build's already so good, like, you don't want to give up your ring, you definitely don't want to give up your weapon. Riders for dash here. Has the Minotaur right there, could have killed it, but decides to just jump down. A Melon, meanwhile, spending a bit more time on 3-3, not being too fruitful though. And we have an Azuma strat for dash. Spending one of those many bombs. But losing out on the chest doesn't really need much, as I said though. Melon will also Azuma. They're spending a bit of time in the Shriner there. Didn't see what they exactly did, but pleased with the cheese. And a map, actually, so that was, what could have been? Oh, that's Mana Earth! War Axe or Mana Earth? War Axe or Mana Earth? I don't know. They're both so good. I have no clue. Okay, let's see. What else is with this build? I mean, Mana Earth with an axe is also pretty fine, but, like, you don't really have a shovel. I don't know. Ash getting telemonkeyed really far back, though. That will be pretty significant. Yeah. You got the battle shovel, but, like, that barely synergizes compared to if you had the miner's cap or the pink shovel. Thanks to the raid, SC2. You can reset, yeah. Either way, whatever you choose, you still have an axe. And you either leave with War Axe or you leave with Mana Earth. Which is a decision that you should be happy making, because that's a good decision to be making. Trapdoor take for Melon. That's a massive hit. Zone 5 trapdoors are particularly dangerous. I think part of it too is lack of practice. I've barely taken any Zone 5 trapdoors. And the egg can get pretty nasty. Well, yeah, just Zone 5 trapdoors are hard, and also don't really see them all too often. Dash missing the Mana Earth to just wipe out the entire trapdoor, maybe just forgetting or something that that's a thing. Because Mana Earth is not something you run too often, so you don't get too much practice with it, but it's not that hard to use. I'm far from the best at using it though, because I rarely ever get it. So I'm like, oh yes, I got it, and then I don't really use it that well. What is this dead ringer? Oh jeez. Melon, this scares me. Ah! Okay, there we go. Melon pinning dead ringer into the earth. And we are about the same time down to the Necrodancer fight. Lots of bombs for both, but the big bombs might be coming into play for Melon here. Also the blood drum. So, or the blood shovel too. Melon also has the blood shovel apparently. 2 hits for both racers. Dash waiting out the Necro Bomb. Melon spending a bit of extra time with this lure. 2 hits left on the Necrodancer fight. Both races are on 1 hit. Dash is on 1 heart. Getting blocked by a bat. And blowing up. Oh man. GG.